So what we do today is task 4, which is a trip distribution. We use a gravity model to change PA to OD. And then for 24 hours OD, we use TransCAD to split them to AM hours, which is AM peak period for this year. 7 to 8 AM is defined as AM peak period. So what we do first is we download the hourly table. This is for PA to OD. Transferred for from 24 hours to 1 hour or peak hour. We use hourly table. And then the F lookup is friction for gravity model. So let's go to TransCAD and see what's going on. Okay. So ideally, you guys should finish task 3 till now. You should get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 column, which is the balanced and reallocate P and A for each zone. We have 6 zones. And also this matrix is the shortest path. We got it from task 2. So if you did not fix your network, you should make sure talk to your partner or talk to me, fix your network, and you need this correct version of shortest path. Like I said, I'm not restricted on how would you add that 1 minute terminal time. If you add it only on the corner value, it's okay. If you add it on the whole matrix, it's still okay. So there's going to be slight different for everybody's work. Just to let you know, doesn't matter. Just keep going. As long as you check with me, your network is correct, and you did the shortest path procedures right, that's fine. You can keep going for task 4. And for the trip balancing result, I'm not going to provide the specific trip balancing result, but I did provide the checklist. Let me show you. I did provide the result for task 3 on Canvas pages, checklist, task 3. So this table, the 2020 model result before balance, this is the table you need to check with. You need to check with your number of model and your application. They need to be matched number by number. It has to be correct. So let's go back to TransCAD. So what we do here first, you see the number of TAZ zones, which is 6. And this is a matrix, it's 8 by 8 matrix for shortest path. It doesn't match, 6 doesn't match 8. And for this year, the upgrade of TransCAD is not allowing us to do the unmatching gravity model anymore. It was allowed before. So this year, the steps, the procedures will be slightly different. What we need to do is we need to create another data view for TAZ balance, which is have 8 columns and 7, 8, which is, we'll leave blank, just to match the numbers so that the gravity model TransCAD will run. So how would we create a new table? We go to File, New, we click Table, we click OK. We use the first option, DBase. And we click OK. How many columns we need here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we click 7 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first columns is ID. Always keep that in mind. You always need ID, and you need ID to match each other. So keep that in mind. You always have ID at first. And then for all of the value here, remember on the checklist, I stayed very clear. You need to have 2 digital numbers after the decimal. You need to provide me a truth balancing table like this. So you're not going to go integer, you're going to go real number, which is already have a default for 2 decimal here. We change all of them to real number, and you change the name one by one matching. So BF home base work P. Oh, let's do it again. Okay, so make sure they're one by one matching so that you can copy and paste, which is reduce the possibility of you making mistake. Never trust yourself, trust TransCAD, trust Excel. Okay, so all real number and the title match one by one, and then we click OK. We make it balanced 8 zone. Click save. It will give you an empty table. And now you can add as much as numbers record you want instead of restrict by TransCAD giving you this 6 column because you have a 6 row, sorry, because you have 6 zone displayed here. Okay, so now what we do is we go edit. We go add records. It's going to ask you how many records you want to add. How many records match with the 8 times 8 zone, right? So we need 8 records. Click OK. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And here we matched the columns one by one. So what we can do is just copy, Control C, and Control V. Then you get it. Remember, save it as table, which is important. So now we ditch this table. We close it. Only open the things you need. Here. Okay, so now we convert this PA table to OD matrix. What we do? We apply the gravity model. So like I said before, we have this hourly table and FF lookup. So right here, what we're using is the FF lookup. Drag the table in. You can check it with the website. It should show number by number matched. So what we do is we go planning, trip distribution. What we do is gravity application. Pop up the window, and because you only opened one table, so the table will automatically match for you. It's the table you just created. Don't change anything else. What we're using is FF table, FF lookup. The impedance matrix is shortest path. This is all right. So what we're going to modify is here. The purpose one is home-based work. It's automatically match for you. And we click plus, home-based other. It's still automatically match for you. And then non-home base. So check F factor, correct. Impedance score, correct. And then we click OK. So this is a gravity model. The output says gravity. You can change PA to OD. Let's click OK. We can close. It's going to show there's a warning because we don't have, remember, we don't have 7 and 8. We don't have the P's and A's for them. That's why it's showing the warning. You can check the report on your computer if you want. I'm not going to show it here. Click close. So this matrix is 24 hours OD. You can change the purpose here to check with it. And there is a very useful tips for self-checking is zone 4 for home-based work and home-based others are all 0, which is correct. If your output shows zone 4 is not all 0, that means you did not order the data view before you copy and paste. This is the number has to be matched, like I said, which is very important. Always order the ID first and then copy paste, okay? And non-home base is not gonna be like that because for non-home base, we have number here. Okay, so that's first part, PA to OD. This is transformation for 24 hours. First step. Now we don't need this anymore. We close it. And the second part, let's go back to the website. Let's check on project 4. So the second part is transfer 24 hours table to peak hour period only, which is 7 to 8. So what he gave is here, 1 hour, AM peak 7 to 8, and that's the specific definition of each purpose for PA and AP transformations. So check with the data he provides. You always should do that. Check it with what you get. Drag this table in. It will show you line by line. And what you're gonna do here is check those numbers with what you have for TransCAD. See, 7 to 8 AM peak, 7 to 8 AM peak, 15.04133, 15.03122. So that means you need to change it to match 15.04133. Always save it after you change it. The new hourly table. No, save the new one. So just click save. So that's your table. Make sure your data input is right. So in checklist 4, I'm gonna ask you to provide the table you use. For hourly table you use, you need to provide a correct version of this. Okay, that's part of the requirement. So now what we do is let me switch back to TransCAD. Okay. So now what we do is we go PA to OD. Peak hours, 7 to 8. PA matrix, gravity model. Make sure it's right. So we have 3 purpose, HB, W, HBO, and non-home base. And here, professor specific, the vehicle occupancy rate. Why it's here? What we were working with is not vehicle trips, it's personal trips, which means it's include different mode, it's include different time for PA, right? 24 hours PA. So here, the number he's asking is home-based work 1.1, home-based other 1.4, non-home-based 1.2. So 1.1, 1.4, 1.2. 1.1, 1.4, 1.2. Click OK. And you're going to have a PA to OD, AM, 1 hour, peak, for purpose. I'm not going to restrict on the name field. You can do it by yourself. Doesn't matter really the name of it. Make sure you know what is it. That's it. Click OK. And it's going to say there's a warning. So this warning is about the add up of these columns. It's not 50. But it's okay because the way TransCAD calculated is as long as your line is right, it's not going to change the overall result. So I'm still not going to show it. Just close it. And now that's your result for task 4. You should check this matrix with the matrix you got before. So that's 24 hours. See the numbers here are huge. And here the numbers are much smaller because that's 1 hour over 24 hours. Even though that's a peak hour, it's still going to be much smaller than that. Always check your number need to be reasonable. So that's it.